Anytime I put on makeup, I'm like, does my face match my neck? I made some chai because my throat is quite literally drier than your kneecaps in the wintertime. Hi! It's been a while. Again, I feel like I've been struggling for quite some time, and I mean, it's no secret. You can see it throughout my content. I talk about it very often, but lately things have been getting progressively worse, which is why I had to step back from being pregnant and then also navigating motherhood. I feel like my life has changed, and it's not like it's a gradual change. One minute you're suffering from the symptoms of pregnancy, and then the next day you give birth to a human who you are now fully responsible for. Meanwhile, you can barely feed yourself 3 meals a day. So I started recording, you know, all the moments, including my hardships of navigating through motherhood, which is no easy task, might I add. And a lot of you have been able to find comfort in that certain struggles are normal, or have even been kind enough to offer advice, or some of you just are able to learn even though you're either not wanting kids or not pregnant or just not in that stage of your life yet. Because I struggle with postpartum depression and anxiety, I have been having a lot more lows than highs, and it's pretty evident again in my content. Ooh. I am so awkward when I get emotional and cry. Oof. Okay. And like I said, I love capturing the real of what's going on in my life. However, I started feeling like it's been one negative video after another, and it's just been like full of chaos. And I don't want to say it's like trauma dumping, but it's like I feel like the last couple videos have been me feeling chaotic and burnt out and depressed. And I don't know if you can see it, but I can definitely see it. And because I know what I was feeling during that time, I can feel it. I'm the type of person, if something is not right, something is not solved, and I don't feel good in my espiritu, I try my hardest to solve it to the point of obsessing about it. And so I was thinking, okay, like I'm very obviously depressed. I'm in therapy, I'm working out. Maybe I need to work out more. Maybe I need to be more efficient. So I started obsessively like color coding calendars, and while that did help a little bit, I feel like I was piling on so much to the point where I was extremely burnt out. And I feel like at this point I was like running on fumes. Good morning. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's already a rough start. It's already a really rough start, and I am trying my best to hold it together. I was obviously trying to do so much at once, which is a constant lesson that I have been needing to learn in my life. Like, you cannot do everything at once, and you should not want to do everything at once. Obviously, I film what's real in my life, but it's just that it's a filmed, curated version of my hardships. Like, you're never going to see me ugly cry, like sobbing, hyperventilating, and having a major depressive episode in my shower. And that's where I've been at for the past couple of months, if I'm being honest with you. And while I've been feeling depressed, I've been feeling super, super guilty, because here I am, right? I am gonna be very honest in that I am very blessed to have a great husband, a healthy baby, great family, beautiful home that I can live in, and I have the support of you all, and I get to create content. And I was getting really upset with myself because I'm like, on paper, life is good, life is great. Like, yeah, I had a baby, and yes, it's hard, and you know, I'm trying to navigate through it, and it takes time. And like, in my logical brain, I know that, and I feel bad when I have all these other great things happening, while unfortunately the rest of the world feels like it's on fire with people losing their families, their homes, their babies. And I'm sitting here, well, not here, because I'm not in the States right now. I'm in Serbia, actually, which I don't know if you can tell. I get to sit in the comfort of my own home with food and shelter and a lovely family while there are people who are suffering. Everything that I've always wanted, I have, and I was very frustrated with myself because I was like, why do I feel so shitty? Why do I feel so depressed? Why do I feel so unhappy when everything that I've always wanted has come true? I was just feeling so overwhelmed that I decided to do the one thing that I actually haven't truly done, which was truly take a step back. And when I mean by take a step back, I mean like no filming, no editing, nothing, just being present in the moment for my daughter, for myself, for my family. And I realized in taking a step back, I was able to listen to my body more, which I don't know if you know this, but after having a baby, the hormonal imbalances that go on, thankfully I was able to take this step back and listen to my body, and I was able to talk to my doctor, my therapist about options. Just took my whore pills, as I like to call them, but I just took my birth control pills every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, baby. And I have been on birth control for a little over a week, and when I tell you the difference I feel in my body, in my moods, it's so insane, kind of concerning. Normally around this time, I'm like super depressed. I am cranky. I'm so angry. Like every time I look at Dan, I just want to slowly suffocate him in his sleep. I have debilitating cramps. It feels exactly like the contractions I was having when I was about to go into labor. A majority of the reason why I've been so insanely depressed is because my hormones are so up and down. It's so severe that it's like too much, and right now, even if it's a temporary fix, I need something to keep me stable. And so far so good. I needed a proper change that'll stick, and I feel like I needed to do something that I've never done before, which was to truly take a step back and be patient with myself and graceful with myself. Because of that, I was able to get to the root of my issue, and I feel better than I have for a while, like truly internally for a while, and I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. It's crazy how out of control I felt, and like even sitting here talking about it, like I was spiraling. I was obsessing over everything, trying to get everything done all at once, to the point where my health took a hit. And I'm a firm believer in, if you do not take the choice to take that rest, your body will choose for you. And at that point, sometimes unfortunately, your health has gone too far. I have been so hard on myself for not being able to do the things that I think I need to do, and I feel like I've been subconsciously setting up myself for failure, which is an added layer of that. I also think it could be a syndrome of being the oldest child, making sure everything was good and everyone was good around me. The way I've always grown up, and I have never been able to like turn my brain off to just really be and like listen internally to myself, which is why I'm so happy to be here in Serbia. Oh, if you didn't know, if you couldn't guess, I'm in Serbia. Do I love the people? Do I love the food? Do I love the culture? Absolutely. But I also love being able to turn a huge chunk of my brain off and just be. And it feels the same way when I'm back home in Tanzania. Like, I just feel like I can turn a part of myself off. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, anytime I put on makeup, I'm like, does my face match my neck? Because that would be so embarrassing. I'm on my way to meet a friend for coffee. Anytime I have to do anything outside of being a mom, I feel so guilty, which I know a lot of moms feel. So I have to consciously tell myself, like, hey, you deserve this time. This is about you, and it's so needed. I oftentimes feel like my content can be very repetitive in that I'm always going through an up and down, or I have really high highs, or I have low lows. And I even considered not posting today's video because I felt like this message was so repetitive. But let this be a reminder that change, learning, and going through hard times is okay, and that growth is not a straight line. It's up and down, and somewhere in the middle we find ourselves, you know? I sit here and I say this as someone who has the luxury of being a stay-at-home parent while also creating content and having a healthy home, shelter, food. And there are parents out there who are doing it by themselves, who are also doing it all without the conditions and the privileges that I have, and my heart goes out to you all. And I say that to say, like, I know how blessed I am, and I'm very grateful. I just want to thank you guys for also being so supportive and being here for me and not being judgmental. So here's to taking a step back. I have a huge water bottle because literally I've been having the nastiest coughing fit throughout recording this video. It's like, you know, when you're out and you're holding in a fart, I've been holding in the nastiest cough. I am so grateful to have you guys in my life, and it's only gonna go up from here, baby, is what I'm telling myself every morning. I am feeling hopeful. I am feeling great. I know that things will work out, and I just have to take it one step at a time.